Hello and welcome to our next tutorial of QUICKSURFACE. We loaded this part and we will just learn a little bit more about solid modeling. So I created the bottom as a solid and I want to continue my modeling further. So I will start reconstructing the top, and the normal way would be just to create a 2D section which is aligned like this. And I want to create multiple stacked section and want to get it through the selection. So let's quickly just get this area. We'll just use the magic wand to select what I want. This is enough. Even if I get more, I can just use Alt key and remove this selection as it's not needed. I press OK, and now I create my sketch, which is parallel to the plane XOXZ. And here I will just use the stacked sections to get more representative point and press create. Actually, I had to make it solid. I had also to select from the front. We'll delete this sketch and use again the mesh selection tool. We'll pick some areas here and press OK. Again, we'll go for the sketch. We'll define my sketch plane somewhere here. We'll use stack section to extract much more. As you see, now I have full line here defined. Press create. So this is my good looking sketch. Now I will just use the shift key and select these lines here. This is not a single line, so I'll make them two, holding the shift key. And how to close this sketch, I will just select from the menu add tangent arc, or right click and select add tangent arc. We'll pick these points and we'll adjust, and this is what I want. And now here, how can I connect? If I just try to drag manually, I actually change the position of the line. Control Z to return to the original position. So how can I intersect them? I will just hold Control. Control is just painting on the screen. Same like shift. Shift was for the best fit. With the control, you can just mark two ends of two entities and they will be extended automatically and will be trimmed. This is really useful, so you can quickly just close your sketch. So this is my sketch now. I will just right click and create extrusion. By default it creates it as a solid, so I will just move it a little bit down. We'll remove the selection, and now I want to actually cut this from the top. So what I need to do is the normal way would be I will just go press this one to be selected, and then I can press OK, create a plane. Now the plane is best fit, but it's probably not parallel to the bottom. And then I need to create constraint, which is still fine. It's okay, like this one. And then I can press OK, select the two, and then I can use the trim operation. Actually, this is not being extended. I need to extend, and I can cut to define my solid body here, which I can use later for purposes of modeling. What I want to show you now is something a little bit different. I will just delete this action. I will remove this plane because I'm not interested at the moment. So this is, I have this solid extrusion here, which moves in space. I will show my mesh. And what we can do now is the following. I will just hide the revolved surface. I don't need it at the moment. This is the body I created in the beginning. So I select my extrusion, and before that I will select some areas which are my limit surfaces, which are my planes where they need to stop. So I'll just use my standard tools like this one. Click here, so I define my planes. Then I can select on the top, and I will now press OK. So the selection still remains on the reference mesh. I will just right click and select edit, or I just select and press edit button. So here what we can do is actually turn the extrusion as a solid or as a surface, and we have some marks here, which is the top and the bottom plane. So this is probably flipped, and this is my top plane, and this is my other plane. And this is on the screen. You get this reference just as an orientation what you want to do. So we have here something which is called optimized selected points. That's why I selected my reference points, and I can just decide where I want to align this extrusion. And I just say align my bottom plane to its best position, and here if I want I can align my other plane, which is called top plane. By pressing it will align best fit to what I want, and I can press OK. So currently I don't need actually this here. I can still extrude. You can always go and modify this, and now I have this a little bit more extended like this one, and I can do now the standard Boolean operation, which I'll hide the mesh, which is actually take these two with the control. I'll select both of them, and I can select combine selected solid, which failed in this case because it's it selected the base reference. So that's why if you get this message, you actually select the two which are of interest. Use entity tree, and then from the trim toolbar you can just combine these solids. And now I have my solid here, and I can continue modeling. I hope this is useful. Thank you for watching.